Mr. Razdan, distinguished fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen. It's a really great honor being called upon to make this presentation. See, when we talk of coal, we have to keep in mind that probably next to agriculture, coal has made the maximum contribution to bringing the human civilization to the stage where it is. After all, it's coal which fueled the Industrial Revolution, and that revolution is the one which has brought us where we are. Environmental activists have long sought to depict coal as a dirty fuel and as a villain insofar as global warming is concerned. To a large extent, they have succeeded, and the world has come to the conclusion that coal, in order to survive, will have to do much more than what it has been doing so far. I heard Mr. Carlos the other day that going forward, the contribution of coal in power generation will be coming down to 36% by 2021 compared to 41% in 2014. But even then, coal will continue to be the major contributor to the energy basket. So far India is concerned, the situation is totally different. And though the share of coal in the energy basket will go down, the total quantity of coal that will be consumed will continue to grow. For example, compared to about 188,000 megawatt coal-based power generation as it is today, even in 2027, it will go to 250,000 megawatt. So I mean, every year we'll be adding something like 9 gigawatt of coal-based power, and that shows that the importance of coal insofar India is concerned will continue to grow. Now we all appreciate that coal combustion leads to problem, but then we have to remember that the problem is not with coal as such. Coal by itself is neutral. How you utilize it, how you mine it, and there the problem lies. And it is these problems which have got to be tackled and have to be tackled and addressed effectively so that the bad name that is being attributed coal, that bad name can be contained. Now we'll divide this into three parts. One is the mining operation. Bulk of Indian coal, almost 94%, comes from open cast mining. And in open cast mining, we degrade the land. In the process, we damage the forest because practically all our coal deposits are covered by forest area to some extent or the other. We are also accused of causing water pollution and air pollution. So far, land degradation is concerned, the industry has been made conscious of its obligations, and large-scale reclamation efforts are now in progress, so that the land that is damaged is reclaimed and made fit for agriculture and other economic activities after the mining operations are over. In this connection, sir, it will be worthwhile mentioning that arising out of this 400 rupees per ton that the government is getting out of this clean environment cess, and they are earning something like 36,000 crores a year. I think coal deserves its share out of this money, and even if 10,000 crores is made available every year, all these derelict mine sites can be reclaimed, and the bad name that the coal has earned, that could be eliminated. I think it's worth consideration, and probably when recommendations are formulated, this is worth finding a place therein, sir. So far forest is concerned, yes, we do damage the forest, but then it is totally temporary.
In fact, I think yesterday's report was that the figure is 52,000 crores now.
Yes, sir. As the coal consumption increases, this kitty also will keep on getting inflated, sir. So, talking about the forest, it's right that we do cause some damage to the forest, but that's purely temporary, because together with the progress of the mining phase, we keep on afforestation also, and within 15 years, new forest gets generated. And my respected senior, Mr. K.S. Sinha, is here, who was instrumental in this. The Singaroli coalfield is worth seeing. The forest that has been generated is any day far, far superior to the forest that we have damaged. In fact, at Singaroli, the ambient temperature is reported to have come down by almost 2 degrees because of the afforestation efforts made by the coal miners. So far water pollution is concerned, it's very limited, and this is being tackled by construction of siltation ponds and settlement ponds. And I don't think there should be any occasion when mining can be accused or coal can be accused of polluting the water source. Air pollution is limited to a very small area, except if coal is transported by trucks, and the solution lies in extending the railway sidings to the pit heads so that transportation by trucks can be totally avoided. This is one part so far mining operations are concerned. Second part is that the extent of pollution caused by coal is largely dependent on the quality of coal that is consumed. It's accepted that Indian coal is inherently of poor quality, and the solution lies in cleaning of coal. Again, in that direction, work was started in 1997 after the MOEF came out with a mandate of using only washed coal for power stations located at more than 1,000 kilometers and those located in urban and critically polluted areas. Now that cutoff distance has been reduced to 500 kilometers. Our total washing capacity is only about 110 million tons, and Coal India is adding another 100 million tons. But the total requirement of washed coal for keeping to this mandate of 500 kilometers will be something like 450 million tons. So there will be a gap of 250 million tons, and the country has to seriously examine about the steps that have to be taken for making this extent of coal washing possible. Land is a problem. I think Coal India will have to become more generous about making land available for construction of washeries. And railways have to contribute by bringing rail sidings to the coal washeries, because number of sidings is very limited. And either it can load clean coal or it can load raw coal. Loading of clean coal and raw coal together is not possible. Third is the availability of water. That can be resolved because mine water itself can be utilized for coal washing, and that is what is being done. Other washing technologies are also being tried on pilot scale, laboratory scale. The chemical cleaning of coal by leaching process, also biological cleaning of coal, insofar organic sulfur is concerned, by making bacteria really eat the sulfur in the coal. But these are in experimental stages, and it will take time to bring them to commercial scale. Next comes the use of coal as such. In our country, very effective steps have been taken. The government have already taken a decision that for new power stations, coal-based power stations, only supercritical, ultra supercritical, and advanced supercritical power stations will get coal linkage. Already we have commissioned about 34,000 megawatt of supercritical power stations. About 34 power stations which are old subcritical, they are being replaced with supercritical power stations. And a very ambitious program has been drawn for improving the technology in power generation. Simultaneously, all over the globe, very serious efforts are being made for developing and introducing clean coal technologies. Carbon capture and sequestration is one. We are talking about it. The chairman is opposed to it. But sir, universally or globally, a lot of stress is being laid on this CCS. And Mr. Carlos was telling me yesterday that 22 CCS facilities are being added, which will trap a total of 40 million tons of carbon dioxide every year. It's very correct, sir. What is your apprehension that by putting this carbon dioxide into the ground may not be the solution, but simultaneous efforts are also being made for finding out technologies for utilization of this carbon dioxide, and some steps or some progress has already been made, like carbon dioxide is being converted into hydrocarbon, and that can be effectively used. It's also being utilized for making plastic and animal feed. So, I mean, multi-directional steps are being taken for improving the coal utilization, and I'm sure going forward, day is not very far off when this stigma of being the villain will be removed, and coal will continue to occupy its rightful place in the energy scenario without carrying the stigma. So hopefully, even this conference should add to that effort, and coal should continue to be the king insofar at least India is concerned. Thank you. Thank you, sir.